gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Sean Bell Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Barely Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dell. That is Devin. How are we today?
Doing great. Hanging in there.
Doing great. Yeah, hanging in there. Just a quick shout out. Just previously on a couple of days ago on the Spilt Liquor, Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor podcast, talking about unfortunately the passing of Sabu. This past week as we had in wrestling news. So just shout out to Turnbuckles and Spill Liquor podcast for having me on and, talking about some ECW memories and doing all that good stuff. They share some stories as well. And it was a good time. Good time. So definitely just want to shout out to those guys for having me on the pod. So
yeah, I couldn't make it for that one.
Yeah.
My mesothelioma was flaring up.
Yeah, so it happens.
And I was sick.
Yeah, life happens, unfortunately. So, but there'll be others. So
yeah,
there'll be others. So this week in pro wrestling, I mean, all signs are pointing to Saturday night's main event if you're WWE, and I guess AEW's trying to get to Double or Nothing.
There was only one, like when I wrote in a nutshell, there was like only one thing that I really solidified for Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, and Double or Nothing is directly around the corner. So
yeah, and I don't know what they doing.
Yeah.
They building something, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll put that in a nice little bundle as we close out the show.
Mm-hmm.
But as we open the show, let's take it from the top. Let's start from Monday Night Raw. How are we feeling after this?
Raw was fine. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was
coming off a Backlash where
Yeah, well, Backlash wasn't too exciting. It was fun to watch, but there hasn't been any shockers or big revelations.
No, yeah, it's
wrestling for a little while, which I understand. You're trying to build up to new things and put people in different positions to build on a story. I get that. I have no problem with that at all. But it was entertaining. Some of the stuff I didn't care about.
Yeah, Raw was fine. I mean, we got Saturday night's main event around the corner. We got Money in the Bank fastly approaching.
Yeah.
For WWE, so they do have some things going on. But this is one of those weeks where we're putting things into place, setting up. And it's kind of tough.
You're setting up the game board.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough when you got to set up for Money in the Bank also, but Saturday night's main event is right here, so let's focus on that, but also still put pieces into place because you gotta have your qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. You gotta do that stuff as well. So
I think they do Saturday night main event wrong. Like you're trying to have for me, Saturday night main event should be showcasing of your people you trying to build up. And stuff like that you're trying to get in front of people. That's what I feel as though it should be. You shouldn't have not big names on Saturday Night Main Event. You should have people you want to boost up, to showcase their skills, to showcase their performances and stuff like that. They get to see how the crowd would actually react to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, even if they did maybe like one or two matches.
Yeah, just something.
Yeah, one or two matches that, of course you have your selling points. So you got to, you have your Cenas, you have your Jey Usos, you have that stuff like that. So those are, that are going to sell the tickets. But also, like you said, work in a couple people that are on the cusp to get them out there as well while you got the eyes on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
You give like 1 or 2 matches, to somebody who is almost at that level that you're trying to build up. Of course, the promise is there. You're going to see Cena in action. You're going to see Jey Uso in action. You're going to see like your top guys, but at the same time, you're also getting, you're getting somebody whose name should be out there, or whose name, looks promising for future. So I do understand that. That does make a lot of sense. That's for Saturday night's main event. We'll talk a little bit about Saturday night's main event in a minute, but let's start from the beginning of Monday Night Raw. We had CM Punk coming out, starting off Raw. Punk then turned into Paul Heyman, and first of all, Paul Heyman just completely obliterated that promo, man. Like that was great.
He is
like, Paul Heyman's awesome. He crushes it no matter what it is.
Yeah. It was good. It was good to see them giving him time to do what he do.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know you're going to see more and hear more from Paul Heyman like that moving in the future, since after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
People actually saw how he is and what he can do on the mic, which he's been doing.
Yeah.
But it got put in front of some different eyes.
And first of all, let's talk about the promo. So the promo, I mean, he didn't really say anything wrong. You kind of you kind of get why Paul Heyman did what he did. The more he said the same things before, but like the conviction and the other things that he's saying, and then talking directly to CM Punk in this instant, it kind of just drove home the points of why he did what he did, and it made sense.
Yeah.
Not to mention his delivery was like just amazing.
No, I agree. I think that even though the crowd wasn't feeling Paul, they're going to start to understand.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
They're going to start to. I've been on Paul's side. So I'm not shocked at any of it. I'm riding. I agree with everything Paul Heyman has done.
Yeah, Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
Then of course, you have the exchange between those two that's going to bring out Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. You're going to get that whole thing, which we got. I mean,
can I say Braun don't fit in this?
Yes, you can.
He don't fit in this.
I mean, we haven't seen him utilized in, I think, the role that I know he's that enforcer. He's that, he's the muscle. He's the heater, so to speak. But he's just doing Braun Breaker stuff.
The transition for me is this: you go from trying to fight for a title to getting the title, lose the title, get the title, lose the title, back and forth, blah 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 blah, to now you're taking such a huge step back that you're willing to be somebody else's lackey. Now, hopefully, somewhere down the line, there's a story where this is just him playing the game till he gets what he wants. I'm hoping that's the story.
Yeah.
Right now, it feels uncomfortable. Like if looking at Braun, like I feel uncomfortable for him. I'm like, yo, you're a punk.
Yeah.
Like, you went from trying to be this badass dude to somebody who I don't even I never really respected him.
Yeah,
I really don't respect you.
Right. Yeah, now, I've said it on the podcast before, it's just something with me personally. There's a disconnect with Braun Breaker. I just don't care. Like, there's nothing that grabs me about Braun Breaker that, makes me say, oh, this dude he's got it. He's this and that. Like, I've seen the story. But it's not that he's awful in anything. I just don't care. Like me. Braun Breaker doesn't invoke any type of emotion from me. Like, I don't get behind anything or get excited or get intrigued by any potential matchups or anything. He's there. He's a guy, and it's
I can see that.
Yeah, he's
I
there.
definitely agree and see that. Like I don't have nothing negative about.
Yeah. I don't hate the fact that he's in this group or stable with Seth and Paul. I just don't. Doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Of course, that brings out Sami Zayn because
why not?
I was waiting for it.
Everybody trying to stay relevant.
And look, Sami, Sami's one thing you can always count on. Sami Zayn is going to be in the mix. So,
because he don't mind his damn business. Everybody business. Since I've been watching this, Sami Zayn has interjected himself in everything. He always got an opinion. He's always, I'm helping and I'm this. And I'm like, dude, why don't you go for a title match? Mind your business. Go for a title and just do that. You nosy.
Well, he had the opportunity to go, get set up for a world title match if he had to just move to SmackDown like Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins asked him to do. But
I'd have jumped on that. I'd have jumped on it. Like, really? Give me a title? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but
sure, why not?
Yeah, he certainly did not do that though. So
weirdo.
That brought us to our opening match of the segment. Of the show, which was Penta versus Chad Gable. How do we like this? I
like it a lot. Once again, I think Chad Gable was one of the hardest working wrestlers in the game. Going against Penta got a win.
Yes. Yep.
After getting, he's had some losses, he had some wins. People prefer Penta to win.
Yes. Yeah. At this stage and this early and still, just gaining momentum and gaining traction for Penta. People love him. Penta is super popular. And
I like Penta. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like most anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And you like Penta.
I'm on board with Penta. I need to see Penta with a belt.
Yeah. And at this point, Chad Gable losing doesn't really hurt Chad Gable as much. But Penta still needs that momentum, and Penta's got that momentum still, which was good. Yeah, I mean that match was that was a damn good match. I would love to see more of that and just continue that. Right now it hasn't worn its welcome out so much. So the more Penta and Chad Gable and of course El Grande Americano, I'm okay.
And Penta was through this whole show, pretty not through the whole show, but he's popping up.
Yeah, this wouldn't be the last time you see him. Then we had the War Raiders and the Creed Brothers for the number one contenders for New Day's Tag Team Championships. How we feeling?
I knew the new American Made was going to win. War Raiders had their chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long this War Raider thing is going to be popular because it's already lost it for me.
Okay, so you're bored with the War Raiders?
I'm bored with them. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing that's really holding my attention. Neither is the Creed Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If it wasn't for the New Day, the tag team would suck on Raw.
Yes. So they're completely different things. Like the tag team division on SmackDown is leaps and bounds greater. Like they are doing fantastic stuff out there. Like that match, they had the match on SmackDown with DIY and Fraxium.
Yes,
was phenomenal. We'll talk about that later. But like, yeah, it's night and day. It's night and day for the tag team division on Raw. I like New Day. I love New Day. But there's nothing really going on in the tag team division on Raw. It's just not. It's just dull.
Yeah, it's kind of stagnant at this point.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, Creed Brothers got the number one contendership with a little aid from New Day, so it's going to be Creed Brothers versus New Day,
and Creed's going to lose,
as they should.
So we already know. So what's the point of having a match?
Then we got, believe we had Jey Uso.
I don't care.
Jey Uso brings out Gunther. Gunther and Jay are destined to do this thing again, I'm sure, because Jay has to beat Logan Paul at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Of course.
But
Pat McAfee had a better match. Pat McAfee and Gunther was more believable than Jey Uso and Gunther. You can't give me Pat McAfee and then go back to Jey Uso. Can't do it.
No, it's not.
No, you should have just kept Pat in the mix. Like, this is... I don't believe Jey Uso beating Gunther, but I believe that Pat McAfee could beat Gunther. Now, that's wild.
That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy.
Like, I would have put money that Pat McAfee was going to beat Gunther. Tap out. I would have bet money on it. Jey Uso beating Gunther, I wouldn't take that bet with your money.
So Gunther pretty much let Jey Uso and everybody know that the winner of him and Logan Paul from Saturday Night's Main Event will take on Gunther. I believe it's the 9th of June for Raw. Yeah. So Gunther gets that next championship match. So we'll see what happens there. I wonder. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, at this point, anything could happen. Gunther could win that title back on June 9th, for all we know.
People would be pissed.
People would not be happy. But,
ooh, people be pissed.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What did we have afterwards? This was
AJ
and Finn.
And Judge Finn Balor.
Yeah, AJ and Finn. It's AJ and Finn. I didn't hate the match.
No. I'm glad AJ won. I need to see AJ do more. I don't think they're giving AJ Styles what he needs.
Yeah,
because he shouldn't be going against no Finn Balor. Come on, it's Finn Balor. Come on.
I enjoyed the match for what it was.
I did too.
But
AJ should be in the top card. Like, he should be, going against bigger people.
Or getting an Intercontinental title match against Dominic Mysterio.
You gotta go higher than that.
I mean, it's the waters are muddy right now around the world title, so maybe in a little bit. I
just think AJ Styles need a little bit more than what they put in front of him.
I agree. Listen, I love AJ, so I'm always going to be.
Unless you're gonna have him wiping the floor with everybody. I don't like who they got and putting in the ring with him.
Yeah, I mean, the Finn match was good, but well, I don't know. We'll just wait to see what they do with him.
Hopefully something.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dominic Mysterio thing, maybe Intercontinental title, maybe something. I don't know. We'll see. Now, how did we feel about Becky Lynch's promo?
She's annoying. Becky Lynch is so annoying. Why does she remind me so much of Drew McIntyre?
It's the female Drew.
The female Drew. Like, that's what I'm getting from her. Like, no, I don't want that from you. We got Drew to do that. We don't need a female Drew. We don't need all this.
Becky, like, look, they forgot, man. They forgot, what she about. So
I forgot what she's about.
She's gonna refamiliarize the women's division on Raw about what's going on with Becky.
Well, I saw her do an interview talking about how she didn't like Charlotte Flair.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn, that's real. She's like, I can't stand that SOB. Calling her everything but I don't know what she didn't call her everything but a child of God, but she basically wanted to just call out her name. So like, nobody likes Charlotte.
But yes, I mean, look, Becky lost to Lyra Valkyria at Backlash. Good match. It's a really good match between the two. But listen, Becky Lynch is gonna be Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And she's now that she's back, she's gonna be a fixture in the women's division. So that's not going anywhere.
As long as somebody get rid of Lyra.
It's not. I feel like she's doing more stuff.
She still irks me. The bird thing is what irks me so much. It's probably not her, because I don't mind her wrestling.
Yeah, I think the rivalry with Becky has helped her a little bit.
Yeah.
In terms of winning some more people that might have been on the fence about her, winning her over, showing a little different side, showing a little more aggressive side that maybe helped things with her.
It's the bird stuff.
Still like the bird stuff.
That's just irks me. Like, you're not even a good bird. Like, you just... Like, I know what a Valkyrie is.
Right.
And that's not you. If you're gonna play the Valkyrie role, then do it right. You ain't doing it right.
You don't like the bird stuff.
No.
No bird
wings
stuff.
And... No.
Just so you know, Lyra, no bird stuff.
Her hair looks like a bird's nest. Did you see that when she was going against Becky? Becky looked great.
Yeah, Becky did.
But then you look at Lyra, I'm like, ooh, what happened to you? Like, you look like I think I said it this show before. It's like she looked like she got her ass beat viciously, like in a street fight. Like she was walking down 8th and Diamond and just caught doop 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 right in the head. All right. That's why I don't work for WWE.
For those of you wondering what 8th and Diamond is, it's a North Philadelphia area of the city.
Hood.
Yeah, look it up. Google it.
Yeah.
If you want to know about.
I used to work at 8th and Diamond Rec Center back in the day.
Yeah. You want to talk about not Monday Night Raw, but just Raw in general. Mm-hmm. That's yeah. That would definitely be that. Speaking of Raw, we'll get to our main event for Raw. The tag team main event. We had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. Thoughts on this main event tag team match?
Lot of button thighs in this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't focus on what was going on.
Yeah, what match?
The lizard part of the brain was just like, this is what wrestling is about. Shout out to you, Miss Lyons. That's my girl, Nikita Lyons. Yes. Stay focused. You're a married man.
Let's bring it back in.
But yeah, I thought it was good. I like Roxanne Perez.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know who Julia? That's not how you spell that.
It's not, but let's go with it.
Julia. But it was cool. It was a fun little decent little match.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it no main event.
I mean, it was different. It was a little mix up, little flavor. Give you a women's tag team main event.
Mm-hmm.
To close out the show. I mean, it was good. I enjoyed the match. Of course, Io. We talked a little bit about Io Sky in this championship run as opposed to the last championship run, and how much better we feel like that this one is.
Yeah, night and day.
And she's out there, doing work. The crowd's behind her.
And I'm not going to bring up why she doing better.
Seems to be.
But you got fired, so keep it moving.
But yeah, so I mean, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky wind up winning this match, and then of course, insert WWE 2K25 cutscene here that we get all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The whole championship staring thing. Oh, we respect each other. We just won this match. Everything's cool, but I still want that thing you got. So that's what we got from Rhea. Just letting EO know, look, we may have won this. We was cool. We was on the same page, but
even further after that, she embraced.
Yeah.
She gave a little tap on the booty.
Yeah.
Rolled out.
However, that tap was things are okay right now.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know why Rhea keep going for this. She can't beat EO. You never beat this woman.
No, yeah, and this is
that's how you should keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they finally do a SummerSlam thing where Rhea finally gets that win. I don't know.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, but it would be fun just to have a very long, lengthy storyline just where she never beats EO like ever.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. Because one, it brings Rhea down a peg of that whole unstoppable, powerhouse. Because EO is like half her size.
Yeah, she just can't figure her out.
Yeah, you just can't get it. She's slipping and sliding all over the ropes and flipping and jumping.
Just can't get it. Can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Which is, which is.
See, Rhea wasn't a bad champion.
No.
But it got old for me.
Okay.
I would have liked to see it play out, because when it ended, it was like, oh, dang, it ended because you got injured. I don't want to see you lose a championship because you got injured.
Right.
I want to see you actually lose. So as it was getting boring, then it picked back up for me, and then she got injured, and I'm like, oh, well, I was ready to see how this was going to play out. Now I don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it seems, like, it happens. So that was Raw for us. Like I said, moving. They did the whole signing the Saturday Night's Main Event tag team match with Seth and Braun and CM Punk and Sami Zayn. So that that transpired. That came from out of that with those segments that those guys had. Getting over to SmackDown. Before we break down SmackDown, how did we feel about SmackDown as a whole? Was it just another show? Was it?
SmackDown was... It wasn't... I was a little bit more invested in SmackDown than Raw.
Okay.
A little bit. Because I wanted to see... I was intrigued about the Alexa Bliss, the Faxium, and Aleister Black.
Mm.
I was more intrigued about that than anything else. And the main event, the Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton match. So I think that's why I was a little bit more interested in SmackDown than Raw.
Okay.
But it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Things I didn't care about.
Yeah. So some things I didn't care about or care for. Let's just start it off with the opening, which was the whole Solo Jacob situation.
Get to it, please, Fatu, of just separating yourself from them.
Yeah. And now
they're storyline wise, they're holding him back.
Yes. Most definitely.
This is
most definitely.
And I understand. What do you do with Solo after Fatu goes off and do his own thing? You have Solo rebuild the bloodline back up, go after Jacob. Jacob put him in the ground, rinse and repeat.
So we had Solo Sikoa, and it's weird to not call him Jeff Cobb. He's now
what are they calling him?
JC Mateo.
Oh, his name is Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I don't like this JC.
Your name is
Mateo.
Jeff. My name is Jeff.
I don't like this JC Mateo thing. This is not working out for me.
It's Jeff.
This is not working out for me. But yeah, so
they want him to have sound more exotic, and Cobb is the whitest of names. Jeff Cobb sounds like an accountant from Florida. JC Mateo sounds like he out there busting open coconuts with his head and fighting wild kangaroos and stuff. Even though Jeff Cobb is Polynesian. No, not Polynesian. He's Filipino.
So we had...
I don't know what they do in the Philippines.
So we had this, back and forth. Of course, like you said, we're doing, Jacob is clearly not feeling any of this, but what do you do right now besides go with whatever this stupid act is?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to end up being a Fatu putting down Jeff.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to get the Solo, ultimately shut Solo up for stealing his catchphrases and doing all the most annoying things that Solo Sikoa could possibly find to do right now. He's going to have to go through Jeff Cobb / JC Mateo.
I tell people all the time, I'm all brakes and no gas. I ain't about none of that life. I be slowing down. Fatu got it. I ain't got it. And then here's the thing. I like this Fatu.
Yes.
This when he first came out, this is what he should have been. And I'm liking this.
It's just that everybody now realizes who the hell Jacob Fatu is. And it's like, okay, this dude is... Let's run with this.
And another thing I'm enjoying, I need more sneaky LA Knight.
Yes!
I need more of that, yo. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about LA Knight. Like,
I've never been excited to see LA Knight in my life. Can we get some more backstabbing, sneaky, catching people from the shadows, LA Knight?
Yes. That was good. I really enjoyed that. Like,
I was so excited. I'm like, yo, that's LA doing something backstabbing. Like, come on, let's get it in.
Yeah.
Stop all that. Yeah, that shit's stupid.
But yeah, no, I do like I did like that, and it's a different side, different little thing for.
And I
LA
think that's
Knight
what I've been missing from him.
Something different. It's not the same, it's not the same stuff that it is. So
I'm not saying you gotta go heel or nothing like that, but just walk that line.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah.
Just put a couple extra shakes of salt and pepper on there. Then we had from there we got to our triple threat women's qualifier. We had Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green versus Michin in the women's Money in the Bank qualifier.
This was just a Chelsea Green show.
Yeah. Am I mad about that? No.
Nah.
No, not at all. Chelsea Green is a national treasure.
Michin just there to just take hits to the face.
Yes.
That's all. Yeah. I feel bad for Michin.
Hey, she's
she like every time I go on the show, I lose.
She's doing the thing, man. We know why she's there.
Yeah, like she probably sit there like they gave Zelina Vega a belt, but I still can't get a belt because you're Michin.
Surprise, Alexa Bliss wins this.
Yeah, she's winning Money in the Bank.
It's a very, very, very strong possibility.
Yeah. She's winning.
But yeah, so Alexa Bliss wins this. She advances on. She qualifies for the women's Money in the Bank. After that, we had, which was my favorite match of the week for anything, for WWE, for AEW, for whatever. Like this was my favorite match of the week. This was DIY versus Fraxium.
we splitting hairs on this. I'm a DIY fan.
I enjoy DIY. Some of my favorite tag team matches in recent memory have had DIY involved.
So you know more about Faxium. They brand new to me.
Right.
So they got to build up.
That's fair.
For me. But I'm always be on Johnny and Tommaso's side, yo.
Yeah, this match was really, really good. Like they just showed, like look, DIY, you're always gonna get awesome matches out of DIY. Fraxium, the same. They haven't disappointed since they came over to SmackDown yet. Like they're just doing work over there. They continue the momentum. Fraxium does get the win, but I mean,
DIY had to make a point.
Yes, they did.
And who comes out? These weirdos. Motor City Machine Guns.
I'm a fan of Motor City too. Listen, and so what we're talking about now is what we weren't talking about when we were discussing Raw's tag team division. Like, you see how much more stuff is happening over here on like the Creed Brothers and the War Raiders. Yes, it was a decent match. I enjoyed the match, but
this was funner.
Yes, this was fun. The segment is more fun. There's more like, oh man, like we're gonna get a matchup between, these guys. Even though we've seen them, but
you have people who have joined sides with the tag team they like.
Yeah.
You got your Motor City fans. You got the Faxium fans. You got the right people who doing it right. The DIY fans. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And
you got Pretty Deadly still in the mix.
Deadly.
Street Profits are on top. Yeah. Like
you got so many people who are just like who are involved, who work well together.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. And it's like I'm a fan of all these teams on like, just the tag team division on SmackDown is just
so much better.
Yes.
It's so much better.
It's just great. Like that's what I want out of that's what I want out of tag team wrestling. Like we have stuff. And I was thinking before, I'm like, man, just remember when they had just one tag team, who was the tag team champions, and they split duties for both shows. Like I feel like that would probably be a better scenario, because once you split those titles and you have the world title, of course, New Day. I do enjoy New Day being tag team champions, but there's nothing really going on over there.
You have to have it so that they can go after each other's championships.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
You got to have it so everybody can go after anybody's tag team. So Motor City can go after New Day. New Day can defend against DIY. And maybe sometimes somebody get both champions.
Yeah.
One team might get one.
Yeah. I mean, just open the tag team division, because Raw is suffering so bad from the lack of tag team division over there. It's bad. From there, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black.
I don't know what Carmelo Hayes was doing this match.
I mean, Aleister Black wins by disqualification. Miz jumps in. We're continuing this. I mean, I enjoyed the match for what it was worth. Carmelo Hayes is good in the ring. He just is. And
yeah, I'm not mad at Carmelo Hayes. I didn't like him at first because he came off as arrogant and an asshole, but
it fits perfectly.
It fits him. It's really good.
And I love the pairing with Miz too.
Yeah, they work very well together. Miz only works well with black people. I've said that before. He only works well with black people. He was trash with Karrion Kross and that crew. He was great with R-Truth.
Wow.
He's great with Carmelo. You can't have him with anybody other than black people.
I mean, the Miz and Morrison was good, but
that's before me.
Yeah. That was before. Yeah. All you know is the success he's had with
That's it.
With the success he's had with the black community.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
You know, yeah, ally. I'm always be a Miz fan. Miz can't do no wrong to me.
Yeah, but you're definitely a
I'm always be a Miz guy.
You're a misfit, as he used to call them. Then we got, I think we got the reveal that Julia is now on SmackDown officially. So
yeah,
from the backstage, I think it was Alexa Bliss and then Charlotte, and then Julia comes out of Nick Aldis's office or something. So, and she's getting an opportunity to qualify for Money in the Bank. So, you know, that's a pickup right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, now she's main roster. Now she's no longer NXT, which is, hey, look, fast tracker to the women's division on SmackDown. So I feel like that works. I'm definitely not mad at that. How do we feel about this Drew McIntyre promo?
I kind of didn't care.
Yeah,
I just really want to see Drew and Priest go at it. Again, good. Would they do it?
Yes.
Conversation wise, I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, like the chemistry between those two, like, you know, like fighting and having
they
matches.
Need to be in front of each other.
Yeah.
I don't want video packages.
I agree.
Y'all should have went at it. Y'all should have had a conversation in the ring, maybe a couple blows.
I agree.
Yeah. Y'all not the two guys who I need to see video for.
But speaking of Saturday night's main event, we got a steel cage match coming up.
Yes, we do.
I'm all for it. Can't wait for that. Then we had the qualifier, the triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier. This one was Phoenix, Solo, and Jimmy Uso. I mean, Solo wins. It's okay.
What is he gonna? He better not win Money in the Bank. Oh
no, I don't see that happening.
Jesus,
I don't see Solo winning Money in the Bank. That would be ridiculous. I
wouldn't. He messed the whole show up.
Your match was okay. You know, we got LA Knight came back out because obviously, you know, JC, Cobb, Mateo, Jeff guy, man, had him, was intervening, and then, you know, they got physical, and Nick Aldis comes out and was like, hey, look like y'all want to have a fight. Let's have a match right now.
Yeah.
As Nick Aldis does. He comes out, he just wastes no time. Look, you might have a match, you look like you want to fight. It's going in there. So we had a match between those two. You had to give, I'm going to call him Jeff Cobb. You had to give Jeff Cobb the win here. Debut match. LA Knight was just a little too active in their business tonight. So,
he was.
it's a little too active there, and the numbers got the best of him, of course, and he, of course, lost that match, and Jeff Cobb got his debut win. Then came our main event. Well, you want to talk about Truth?
You can.
I mean,
the man is challenging John Cena to the the WWE undisputed WWE Championship at Saturday Night Main Event. Now here's the thing. I want R-Truth to have wrestled John Cena, but I wanted it to be R-Truth, John Cena's last match, and win, or R-Truth win the Money in the Bank and cash in on John Cena.
wow.
That's what needed to happen.
Wow.
R-Truth needs to win Money in the Bank and then cash in on John Cena and get it.
The last time we ever see John Cena is R-Truth cashing in the Money in the Bank.
That's it. That way, John Cena's story's done. He doesn't ruin Wrestle like he wanted to. R-Truth gets a good title. He believes that it's the 24-hour title.
Yes, he has to.
And does R-Truth stuff with it.
They would never go for it, but that would be entertaining TV.
They should. I've already put the messages out on all social media. I replied that to everything. Like, that's what needs to happen. Because what are you going to have? You're going to have John Cena and R-Truth, and then R-Truth loses?
Yeah.
All this is going to do is make John Cena more of a heel by beating up R-Truth.
Or maybe R-Truth is the thing that slowly brings John Cena back from the dark side. Like,
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, I'm hoping there's some shenanigans involved and there's some disqualifications. Somebody has got to come out and do something stupid.
Yeah, something.
Like, this can't be a real match. That's what I'm trying to say. It can't be a real match. It can't be coming in serious with this.
Yeah, no,
I don't want it that way.
Yeah, no, understood.
Because it's not booked as the main card, as the main event.
Right.
So if you're gonna have it like your first match, you gotta have it funny. You gotta draw people in. You gotta have some shenanigans happening. Saturday Night Main Event's only 2 hours.
Have it the first match because Cena they can do the whole thing, but Cena wants to get in there and get out of there. He doesn't want to stay too long.
Get in, get out.
Yeah, I don't want to stay too long.
And who was Cena beefing with?
It was. You talking about Orton? It was, but now that's over.
I can't remember the bull. I don't remember. It don't even matter. Just have fun with this match. Like, really. I don't want it serious. Don't come out there and wrestle.
No, don't come out there doing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about Truth and Cena. We had our Truth stuff with the interview and all that interwoven through that. And we'll do our quick prediction. So I just wanted to get that out of the way because I know we had the segments and stuff like that was interwoven before we got to the main event for SmackDown, which some things happened. This was Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. Thoughts on this match?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was cool.
Yeah,
It wasn't Nia Jax's best match.
I mean,
it is Nia Jax.
It is Nia Jax. Yeah, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, Nia Jax doesn't have good matches." That's we had the specter of Naomi looming over the backstage segments before this.
This Tom and Jerry crap that him and Naomi and Jade is doing. Come on. That's what it felt like. It felt like a real Tom and Jerry moment. Like, what are we doing, ladies?
I mean, listen, so, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, they did the whole back and forth thing. The main focal point and the main thing that we need to talk about here is the chair spot.
Kicked her right in the dome, split her wig.
Yes, that was
a 1-inch gash.
That was the correct term for that. Her wig was indeed splitted.
Like,
she took that.
Foreheads bleed a lot. The smallest of cuts, you got a lot of blood vessels up there, and she kicked the chair, and
she ate all of that.
Yeah,
she ate all of that. Just got busted open.
Well, did she reply? Did Nia Jax reply to anything?
I don't know. I know she posted a bunch of pictures afterwards of the wound, saying how tough she was or whatever like that. Of course, she was selling herself, but
I mean, tough. That's your job to get hit in the head.
Yeah, of course she's just trying to sell it like she But
I
yeah,
don't know how to look up people on Instagram.
But that was nuts.
I'm trying to see if Tiffany Stratton said anything.
That I'm not
here's
sure.
her Instagram.
Oh.
Nia Jax. Oh, that's not bad. It's a gash.
Mm-hmm.
She probably gonna need 3-4 stitches. They probably just glue it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can always do that.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Well,
really?
that definitely happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I don't think she has any hard feelings about it.
Nah, I mean it happens. Things like this happen.
How many people have you hurt?
There's the argument. Exactly.
Right.
There's the argument. I mean, Becky Lynch's face. Anyone?
Right. She hasn't posted any. I'm trying to see if Tiffany posted anything. Oh,
Tiffany did retain the championship. I mean, of course.
did.
I mean, I don't think anybody thought Nia Jax was going to win.
No, absolutely not.
So that kind of went without saying. But
I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here's her website. She ain't doing that neither. She not acknowledging.
Nah,
She's got a lot of clips on it though.
Oh, of course. That thing
Got
made
a lot of clips.
That thing made the rounds. That thing definitely made the rounds. But yeah, so Tiffany Stratton retains the championship there. So that was SmackDown. Essentially. We can now jump into.
I'm watching clips. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, listen.
I'm like, damn, he hit it. Seeing it again is crazy.
Yes, it connected. It definitely connected. But that was SmackDown, in a sense. Now, we did talk a little bit about John Cena and R-Truth for Saturday night's main event. Predictions for the winner of that match?
John Cena.
John Cena wins, of course. No one. There's. This is what we know about Saturday night's main event right now. We have the 4 matches that we talked about in no particular order. We got John Cena and R-Truth out of the way. Talked about the steel cage match with Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
It don't matter who win.
It don't matter. I think Damian Priest might win this.
Yeah. Who won the last one? Drew.
Drew got the win at Mania in the street fight. In the Sin City street fight. So, Damian Priest could possibly get this one. We have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Jey Uso.
Yeah, there's. Come on.
We're kind of down with Logan.
Yes, that would be nice if we were.
He's not winning.
If we were all the way done with that. And Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
This I don't know.
I think Sami Zayn might eat the pin here. I think Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker wins.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Either that or Sami Zayn,
he gives a hula kick to CM Punk.
Something. But I don't think we'll get that. I don't think that happens. But
I don't know. He's bad. Like his aim is horrible. He's kicked a lot of people who he wasn't supposed to kick.
That's true. He has. That is true. I will.
He don't be paying attention.
Sami Zayn's bad at kicking. But I don't know. We'll see. That now brings us.
Well, let me take a sip.
Wet that palate. Get some hydration on, because that now takes us to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks, everyone alike, to our world famous, the most famous segment in wrestling podcasts, This is AEW in a nutshell.
I'm going to try to get through this as best as I can. A lot going on in AEW this week. We're going to start out with AEW Dynamite. We have Will Ospreay and Hangman Page against the Don Callis family, Takeshita and Alexander. Great match.
Yes,
Will
very good
Ospreay,
match.
Hangman Page get that W. The two stared each other down like Takeshita blindsided them. I don't understand what the Don Callis' family is doing.
What are the actual motives?
Yeah, I don't know.
We never know.
So I'm not too sure. Next up, we had the weirdest match I've ever seen in my life. We had Zach Gowen against Ricochet.
Yeah, Zach Gowen and Ricochet.
Gowen stole my man's leg, and my man's still wrestling with one leg.
Yes.
I'm glad that AEW is being more inclusive, showing, handy-capable individuals still win
you
wrestling.
missed the whole WWE run of Zach Gowen, right?
Huh?
You missed
I did. I didn't see that at all.
Oh, yeah. Like the whole Brock Lesnar thing and Brock rolling him down the steps and...
Oh, my God. They're abusing people with
F5 in his one leg into the ring post. Like, it was crazy.
Oh, my goodness. So I see the AEW has been copying a lot of stuff from WWE, so they're probably just trying to recycle stuff. Ricochet gets that W. We had the Hurt Syndicate versus Top Flight. The Hurt Syndicate wins. Then Dusty Rhodes and Sammy Guevara comes out. They challenge the Hurt Syndicate. Then all of a sudden, the Crew decide they want to put their 2 cents in everything.
Your favorite tag team.
All this led to the Crew and Rhodes and Sammy going against each other at Collision so they can fight. So whoever wins that will fight the Hurt Syndicate for the tag team championships. Crazy thing, MJF gets his answer. We all knew that MJF is now part of the Hurt Syndicate. I don't trust that. But I don't trust Bobby Lashley with this. He flipped the script real too quick on this one for me.
Yo, you printed a T-shirt.
I'm my eyes on that.
You printed a T-shirt with a thumbs down on it.
Yeah, so I'm not comfortable. We had the AEW World's Women's Championship Eliminator match. Toni Storm, Maya Shirakawa, Sky Blue versus AZM. Mina Shirakawa wins, and all of a sudden, Monet comes out, attacks Mina, then Hayter comes out and attacks Monet. This drama is so much better than what's going on in any women's division. I am so invested in why these women are just dogging each other. I don't know why. Finally, we had AEW World Championship Steel Cage match. Jon Moxley defends against Samoa Joe. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
At the end of this match, Willow Nightingale comes out, Hobbs comes out, going against the Death Riders. Then all of a sudden, the Gabe Kid helps out Moxley with the briefcase. Then MVP just shows up for no real reason at all. But who comes out to save the day? Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes out, then Okada comes out, then Swerve comes out. To be honest, I like this chaos.
You like the chaos? Yeah.
I loved this chaos. Do I know why anybody's doing one other thing? No. Do I care? Kinda, sorta. I want to know who this Gabe Kid is. Mm-hmm. I know he's New Japan. Mm-hmm. Let's see what's going on with this. Right now, I'm kind of invested in AEW on these two things.
Okay.
Which is a shock. Then we got AEW Collision. These knuckleheads had technical difficulties and couldn't even keep a stream that was pre-recorded on.
Lord.
But don't worry. I got that information for you anyway, because I had to find it. We had Anna Jay and Megan Bayne. I didn't care, but Megan Bayne wins. Yeah. Kyle Fletcher versus AR Fox. Kyle Fletcher gets the W. Then we had the trios match. Ring of Honor World Championship. Bandino, Tamaroshi? Taroshimo? The Asian gentleman. And Brody King going against the Don Callis family. Still don't know the Don Callis family's motivation in doing anything.
It doesn't matter.
But Bandito, the Asian brother, and Brody King gets the W. What happened after that? Oh, we had Speedball versus Blake Christian. Speedball wins, but then Speedball calls out Okada. So I'm guessing they're going to get a match for a title match somewhere down the line?
You know what? Sign me up for Mike Bailey and Okada. I'm okay with this.
I'm only calling him Speedball. I'm not calling him Mike Bailey. His name is Speedball. Chicago Street Fight. Keith, Big Bill versus the Gates of Agony. Keith and Big Bill win. I wasn't impressed by this.
No.
I wasn't at all.
No.
I wasn't. It was, this didn't, after the commercial break, this is where the show just ended. Completely. But, that's alright though. You had the AEW World Tag Team Championship contenders match, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions Dusty Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus the Crew. We knew the Crew was losing.
Yes.
There's no reason for them to win. Didn't matter. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wheeler Yuta. Powerhouse Hobbs wins. Nobody care about Wheeler Yuta right now.
They don't, which is crazy, but no, they don't.
That's it. And it's AEW.
Yeah, I mean, didn't they play like Black Adam on TV? I think Black Adam showed that, like the stream cut off or something crazy. One of these.
I don't know. I watch it on a different. I don't stream it. Like I don't watch it on like HBO or nothing like that. I pull it up on a different site.
Yeah, it was.
And then when I'm watching, I'm like, wait, why did shit just shut off? Oh. So I had to go find another spot who was able to have the other recording. And then that recording was somebody's phone.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't even like from the show. From somebody's phone. So.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
That's wrestling.
Yeah, Black Adam abruptly stops AEW's Collision.
So wait, they did it? Was it Black Adam that it just the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Just came on.
Yeah, it says Tony Khan recently apologized after The Rock's movie put a stop to AEW's Collision. Fans were confused by the episode Beach Break scheduled to go on for an hour and 20 minutes. The show ended just after 90. The event has ended was the message that popped up after 90 minutes.
No, Tony Khan, he out there messing around. He thought it was supposed to be 120 minutes. He read that contract wrong. Oh. Or the channel was just like, you know what? We're done. This is boring. Click.
Yeah. Somebody was like, Collision? Why are we still playing Collision?
Yeah. Just hit a switch.
Yeah.
Ended it.
Yeah. What'd I tell you about airing Collision? And then they just...
Oh, man.
But that was AEW in a nutshell. That was our show in a nutshell. Want to thank you for joining us from the Barry the Booking Podcast. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Listen on any podcast platform that you would like to listen to us. Thanks for watching us. If you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube. And we will be back next time when we talk some more pro wrestling. Later.